What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. So, I had a guy in the comments section get mad at me and call me a stupid ass rookie. We'll get into that in a second, but I'm sitting up here at the Salt Lake City terminal. Came up here so my co-driver could get his birth certificate and apply for a TWIC card so he could upgrade. So, he lives out here. And we've been running for about 6 weeks, so I told him, you know what, just take a couple days off, man. We're to that point, you know what I'm saying? You know, typically I like to run about 5 weeks, maybe 6, and take off anywhere between 10 days and 2 weeks. So 6 weeks teaming, training, I'm just wore out right now. So I'm going to apologize for not getting back to any comments or anything like that. And definitely haven't been in the mood to make any videos because it's just been non-stop. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So today is Saturday, so I told him, you know what, be back at the truck at 0500 on Monday. Give me a chance to get kind of rejuvenated. Then we're going to kind of work our way to the Springfield terminal so he can apply for his TWIC card. But let's get into this comment. So the video that this guy was replying to was a video that I had made where I had said that being a truck driver was the easiest job I've ever had. And then to throw ice cream or the cherry on top, I said even including Burger King. And he took umbrage to that statement, me saying that it was the easiest job I ever had. Really wasn't a bad guy because we kind of went back and forth in the comments section. After all that was over with, I kind of thought about it. You know, why would somebody get mad if I said that this was the easiest job I ever had? So I kind of reflected back to my previous job, being a mortgage banker, and I was like, you know what? How would I feel if somebody just started working, being a mortgage banker, and they said, you know what, Lyle, this is the easiest job I ever had, including Burger King. You know, I might feel some kind of a way too. Now, it's a little bit different getting in the mortgage business. You know, you'd have to make it past that first 6 months to a year because the dropout rate in the mortgage industry is probably greater than being a Navy SEAL or some shit like that. Serious dropout rate. A lot of it's just people can't mentally wrap their mind around it. And then financial stamina, because, you know, you don't get paid. You know, you, in that business, you eat what you kill. You know what I'm saying? So how would I feel about it? So I said, you know what? Thought about it. I was like, you know what? I'd probably be a little upset about that too. You know what I'm saying? But then I thought about it and I said, you know, somebody from the trucking business could become a mortgage banker and think the same thing. You know, because in the mortgage industry, it can be so laid back at times where, you know, you might work 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week. You know, I mean, there's times when you obviously work a lot more, and obviously the top producers in the mortgage industry, the $1 million a year, you know, people like that, they obviously work a lot harder. But, you know, it's a really laid back job. You kind of come and go as you please. The work schedule is pretty light. I mean, like I said, the stressful thing about it is you kill what you eat and you have people's lives in your hand. And I mean more directly than actually driving a truck. So the stress level is high, but I can see how somebody would come out of the trucking industry and be like, 40 hours a week, and all I got to do is, you know, talk to people on the phone all day, you know, try to cultivate some business, you know, call up realtors, bullshit with them, get to know them, get them to send business, you know, walk into some banks, tell them about some products that you have that might be filling some of their gaps, you know, doing stuff like that. So, I mean, I could see how somebody from the trucking business could come into the mortgage industry and think the same thing. Like, this is a super easy job. So I think it's a matter of perspective. So for me, coming out of what I came out of, the mortgage or the trucking industry seems easy to me because, I mean, really, you know, all I'm doing is picking some shit up, driving in somewhere, dropping off, maybe some stuff in between. And I've had 3 nightmare loads, these last 3. And I'll get into those in a separate video if I remember it. But, you know, I've probably learned more in the last couple of years. All I do is drive, listen to documentaries, whether it's on World Wars, Holocaust survivors, how to be a high performance individual. Shoot, if you think of a topic that there's a biography on, I've probably watched it in these last couple of years. So to me, it's just such a laid back and easy job. But I can see now, I'm not saying that it cannot have its hard points. Like, there are those days, you know, maybe in the wintertime when 100% of your day you have to be focused on driving. But that, once you're done with that, boom, it's over with. You know, it's not that 24/7 stress that you get from the mortgage industry. But like I said, you could take somebody that came from trucking and then them come over into banking, and then whatever their stressors are or whatever might be totally opposite of what mine were, and they could think that that is the easiest job in the world. So it's just a matter of perspective. You know, me saying it's easy doesn't mean you can't come out here and kill somebody, or that you know, you don't have people's lives in your hand, and one mistake, you know, can cost you your life and some other people as well. It's not saying that. It's just saying, now, I'm going to take training out of this. Let's just talk about being a solo truck driver, because training is one of the harder things, just for the mere fact, you know, you're dealing with a little bit of sleep deprivation and just being on the go 100% of the time. But when I'm a solo driver and I park that truck, I don't spend the next 10 hours or whatever, you know, stressing out about my day or what's coming up tomorrow. I take my ass to sleep, and I sleep good. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that is that. So I can understand how some people can get upset about it. You know, but I've never fully identified myself as I mean, I drive a truck, but, you know, if somebody, even when I was in the mortgage industry, I've never identified myself as what I do a lot of times. You know, I've really always hated when people say, well, what do you do? You know, a lot of people don't say, what do you do for a living? Well, you know, what do you do? And I just say, you know what, I just try to sit back and relax as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like my job to define who I am as a person. So anyway, that's enough about that. While I'm going to be sitting here these next couple days, I do want to do a video about, you know, I might do a video. I think Prime has done spoke about becoming a trainer in some of their safety meetings, and it seems like they're trying to go after newer people and telling them how much money they could make and all this kind of stuff. And their figures in that meeting are so low. You know, I'm not sure if I'm going to get deep down into the figures, but I might kind of let people know that might be on the fence about training how much the income really can be. So I might go into that. I still need to talk about my fleet manager, do kind of a review on my fleet manager and fleet management as a whole. And then, dang, there's another video that I wanted to do. Oh, maybe talk about these 3 nightmare loads that I've had back to back to back. So that's what's coming up. I'm gonna sit back, read through these comments, get back to all of those, and then get caught up on that and just relax as much as I can. I do appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. As always, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.